Hi guys and gals, it's John
And Emily.
from AFK Books and Records, which is a store. Here we go. We got some amazing new releases to show you this week. All of these should be on afkbooksandrecords.com, so you can pre-order them right now. You can come in and pick them up here, or we'll mail them to you for $5.99, as many of them as you want, anywhere in the United States, in a bougie Whiplash mailer. But we want to show you some cool stuff. There are a few things that we won't be able to ship you, like this shirt, but that's really the only exception. Here we go. We got Dua Lipa, brand new radical optimism inspired by her own self-discovery. Her third album taps into the pure joy and happiness of having clarity in situations that once seemed impossible to face. It embodies the rawness, honesty, confidence, and freedom of 90s Britpop and transports listeners to a dreamy pop world rich in musicality, lyrically unapologetic, and sonically liberating. We have two flavors, Indie Recycled Red right here, and CD with lenticular cover. I don't know if you can see that. A shark is jumping out there. We also have a poster and sticker sheet while supplies last.
Double-sided poster.
Very cool. And we're going to raffle off a set of these, including the Indie Red vinyl. So come on in, fill out a slip, and you might win. Speaking of that, we have a couple of drop-ins from our friends at the Norva. We've got Ex-Ambassadors on June 5th and Blackberry Smoke on June 28th. Same deal, come in, fill out a slip. We might call you. You might win. You might not.
And then this is poster.
This is the poster that goes with this. We finally got this. I'll show you. Move my hair. It says Record Store Day 2024. Finally got these in a little bit late. We have a few sizes still left on the site. Unfortunately, we can't ship these, but if you want them here in Hampton Roads, you can order for in-store pickup on that. We also got our AFK Books and Records shirts in last week, and you can order those and we'll ship them wherever you want in the U.S.
That dog right there.
We got that dog right back there, and Edgar Allan Poe, who you can see back there too, as a tiny puppet. Cool.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Vitamin String Quartet performs Taylor Swift. 12 string quartet renditions of favorite Taylor tracks from her career, from Red to Reputation to Folklore and everything in between. This comprehensive tribute to this one-of-a-kind artist comes adorned in an expressive pink, yellow, purple swirl colorway that houses a dusty denim blue LP. Ooh.
Very cool. All right, here we go. Been waiting for this one for quite a while. Kamasi Washington, Fearless Movement. Turning his attention to dance for his latest album, Kamasi resumes his ongoing study of music as a means of connection. This release offers terrestrial rhythms and collaborations with Thundercat, George Clinton, Andre 3000, and even his own daughter, along with many others on a double LP. This is available on black or indie exclusive red and blue. These are limited and allocated on the red and blue, so get them now.
Next is Sia, Reasonable Woman. Her 10th album, and first since 2016, is so filled to the brim with pop perfection it almost overwhelms with how effortless it is for her to craft such instantly connectable songs. Features appearances from Chaka Khan, Kylie Minogue, Tierra Whack,
Chaka Khan,
Paris Hilton, and more in the exclusive Incredible Baby Blue.
All right, I'm going to do this one because we're talking about my generation. Generation X. Here we go. Billy Idol, Rebel Yell, a 40th anniversary 2LP edition, and we're getting old, Gen Xers, for sure. It features 8 killer bonus tracks, including unreleased demos and session recordings, including an amazing cover of Rose Royce's Love Don't Live Here Anymore, which Madonna beat him to the punch as far as getting that out and had a huge hit with that, but the Billy Idol version is amazing and very different.
Next up is Melanie Martinez, K12. Her sophomore album from 2019 is a vibrant and singular melting pot of low-key hip-hop, soulful pop, and indie-leaning electro. New limited edition repress on baby pink wax with new inner gatefold imagery.
Leve, here we go. Typical of me. Raised between Reykjavik and Washington, D.C. with annual visits to Beijing, the Icelandic Chinese artist grew up playing cello as well as piano and became hooked on the jazz standards of Ella Fitzgerald. Her debut EP includes the breakout single Street by Street. This 2023 pressing includes an updated cover and expanded insert. Leve.
Next up is Green Day, Warning. Their 6th studio album was released in 2000 and continued the remarkable run of successful releases for the band following Dookie, Insomniac, and Nimrod. The album blends the band's usual punk rock sound with pop, folk, and acoustic elements. Hit singles include Minority, Macy's Day Parade. This limited edition version is pressed on fluorescent green vinyl.
Next up, now that's what I call music, 25th Anniversary Edition, Volume 2. It celebrated its 25th anniversary in the US in 2023, features 20 favorites from superstars across the decades since the series debuted, including Calvin Harris, Dua Lipa, Lady Gaga, Pink, Carly Rae Jepsen, Post Malone, and Doja Cat. This is a 2 LP set on limited silver. Now that's what I call music.
And in those 25 years, they've put out 432 compilations.
And they're all amazing and great. What a cool idea.
Next, Squirrel Nut Zippers Perennial Favorites. The 1998 sophomore album by the Swing Revival Band features the singles Suits Are Picking Up the Bill and Ghost of Stephen Foster. This is the first vinyl reissue since its original release.
Next up, we got Goth Babe, Lola. This is alternative indie artist Griff Washburn enjoying himself, originally from Tennessee. He currently lives full-time on a 36-foot off-grid sailboat named Lola. He wrote and recorded this album while exploring the coast of Mexico with his dog Sadie, catching fish and surfing. This is on Sea Blue.
Aren't all sailboats off the grid?
Unless you plug them in, unless you're at a dock. But, I don't know, SpaceX, you got the little things and the satellites.
That's space, not sailboats.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
Anyway, next up, Speedwagon, Ario, High Infidelity. This 10 times platinum album, originally released in 1980, includes the hits Keep On Loving You, Take It On The Run, Don't Let Him Go, and In Your Letter, Pressed on Sea Glass.
All the sea.
All the seas.
Next up, Willow Empathogen. Her 6th studio album sees her moving again in a new alternative and jazz-tinged direction, following her widely praised 2022 release, Coping Mechanism. This album includes features from John Batiste and St. Vincent, and it's pressed on brown wax.
Next up, we have Xray Specs, Germ-Free Adolescence. This 1978 debut from the English punk rock band contains the UK hit single, The Day the World Turned Dayglow. It includes a 12-inch insert with album poster and sleeve notes on 180-gram Minty Fresh.
Polystyrene, nice. Charlotte Day Wilson, Cyan Blue, with roots ranging from R&B to folk. Her soulful, singular voice and timeless sound has garnered global attention. This release showcases the next evolution of her time-bending songwriting through 13 hypnotizing tracks on Coke Bottle Green.
Next is Dave Matthews, Some Devil. His seminal 2003 solo studio album is now on vinyl for the very first time. Stereo Gum said it had some of his weightiest, most mature songwriting. The album features beloved tracks Stay or Leave, So Damn Lucky, and the Grammy-winning single Grave Digger.
Next up, we got Donald Byrd, Bird's Eye View, recorded in 1955. This was Byrd's first album as a leader. It features the trumpeter at the helm of the Jazz Messengers lineup with Hank Mobley, Horace Silver, Doug Watkins, and Art Blakey. This is a mono Blue Note tone poet series, and it's mastered by Kevin Gray from the original analog master tapes press on 180-gram vinyl RTI and packaged in a deluxe gatefold tip-on jacket. Byrd. Well, what a lineup, though. Man, that's crazy.
Heck yeah.
Mobley and Blakey. Wow.
Next, Johnny Marr, Adrenaline Baby Live, recorded during the Playland Tour in 2014. It includes recordings predominantly from the iconic Manchester Apollo and Brixton Academy. Marr said he wanted to capture the atmosphere and feeling of the last couple of tours. Contains versions of tracks from his solo records, Playland, The Messenger, while also including songs from earlier in his career, such as Getting Away With It. Also features several songs by the Smiths, like The Headmaster Ritual, How Soon Is Now, and Big Mouth Strikes Again, on limited pink and black splatter.
Hey, he was in the Smiths, wasn't he?
I think so.
I kid. Next up, Rachel Chiri, What a Devastating Turn of Events. The alternative indie pop artist's long-awaited debut album. It's a culmination of experiences, challenges, and joys of her life so far, explored through the prism of musical stylings, honed through years of experimentation and creation. Ever eclectic and brutally honest, the album traverses life's light and shade, the writing and sharing a healing process for Rachel, and she hopes her listeners. Check it out and get on early on this limited edition indie exclusive red vinyl.
She's so great.
Woo.
Also, the music video for her song has Florence Pugh in it, and it's really fun too.
Oh, very cool.
Next up, Genesis.
Genesis, one
Turn
of
It
my
On
favorite
Again.
bands.
The Hits. The 25th anniversary edition, available on vinyl for the very first time. It achieved multi-platinum status and features 18 tracks across 2 LPs ranging from the Gabriel era of I Know What I Like in Your Wardrobe and the Carpet Crawlers, through the early 80s with Turn It On Again and Mama, and on the massive hits of the mid 80s to early 90s with Invisible Touch and We Can't Dance.
Genesis. It's a rock album, right? Genesis?
Yeah, Genesis.
Here we go. Beethoven, Karl Baum conductor, Symphony Number 6. Gramophone says the Baum recording finds the shrewdest and most rhythmically secure of Austrian conductors, caressing, cajoling, and inspiring the Vienna Philharmonic into one of its own and the symphony's finest performances on record. Pure analog mix and cut from the OG tape, 180G, pressed at optimal, limited, and numbered. Beethoven.
Next is Brahms, Claudio Abbado, conductor number 1. He recorded Brahms' Symphony No. 1 several times. The same applies to the Vienna Philharmonic. However, their first joint recording of the work from 1972 plays a special role in the discography of both the conductor and the orchestra, as it stands out in terms of interpretation and sound. Pure analog mix and cut from the OG tape, 180 gram, pressed to Optima, limited numbers. Ultima, you know, like Nissan.
Next up, Dierks Bentley, Up on the Ridge. I can break out my country accent. Here we go. In 2010, he released his most artistically daring project to date. It's a powerful, beautiful acoustic album steeped in the bluegrass and roots music that moved him to be a country musician in the first place. Besides the 5 tracks co-written by Dierks himself, the songs come from such varied sources as Bobby Dylan, Buddy and Julie Miller, U2, and Chris Christopherson, who provides guest vocals along with Alison Krauss, Vince Gill, Miranda Lambert, Chris Stapleton, and more on Translucent Orange. Dierks.
Next up is Bobby Hutcherson, Total Eclipse. The vibraphonist was a defining feature of the sound of Blue Note throughout the 1960s, equally at home in hard bop, soul jazz, and avant-garde settings. The 1960 album was his first recording to feature tenor saxophonist and flutist Harold Land, who would go on to become a key collaborator. It also includes heavy hitters like Chick Corea, Reggie Johnson, and Joe Chambers, recorded by RVG, mastered by KG, and pressed at RTI on 180 grams.
All the acronyms. Next up, Leftfield Leftism, the debut studio album by the English electronic music duo, originally released back in 1995. It contained a mixture of new tracks along with reworked versions of previous singles. The album contains guest spots from musicians not associated with dance music at the time, such as John Lydon from Pill and formerly of Sex Pistols, and Tony Halliday from The Curve. The album was described as progressive house, although some journalists found that label too limiting, suggesting the album incorporated many genres. We've got a press-to-order RSD Essentials limited edition on black and white marbled vinyl for you. I think we only got one, so if you want it, grab it.
Next up, Killing Joke, live at Lokers Feesten 2003 in Belgium. A UK RSD entry. It includes heavy hits like The War Dance, Requiem, and Pandemonium. Comes packaged up with 1 black and 1 white vinyl and a bonus DVD of the concert. Get it for it's got.
Next up, 17. Best Album 17 is right here. The record-breaking K-pop group is releasing a best album compilation titled 17 is Right Here, consisting of their biggest hits and favorites over the last 9 years of their career, right here. 2 CDs, lyric book, binder, photo card, all right here, right now, on Friday, 17. All right, so that's what we got. We got some other cool stuff in this week, like that.
We got this new Eric Larson book, The Demon of Unrest, and it's signed.
No way! By the amazing Eric Larson, who wrote Devil in the White City and Garden of Beasts and Thunderstruck, so many great books. We also just got these back in, Audi Technic LP60. I thought they were back ordered. They weren't back ordered. They just weren't ordered by me because I'm like the king of turntable reordering incompetence. So they're back now. We've got a bunch. Come in and get them. They're at a nice price of $149.99, and they're amazing. They're great turntables.
I've got one.
Yay! All right, so that's what we've got. We hope to see you. Been restocking sidelines. We've got disc golf stuff coming in soon. Like thousands of dollars of socks and catnip and amazing stuff and journals, posters, so much coming in. That's probably going to be next week, but you can come in and see us this week. Again, all of this stuff, afkbooksandrecords.com. Best way to secure it is to order it there. We'll ship it to you. We'll get it out today if you order it tonight early when you see this. Probably not today. We'll probably get it in a box today and get it out tomorrow.
Yeah, the mailman's already been here today.
So maybe not.
And the post office is about to close, but we won't ship this shirt. Oh, I stabbed you with my finger.
Exaggerated. Anyway, we hope to see you guys real soon. Have a great weekend. See ya.
Bye.